Good evening, one and all. Matthew from the Flower Hour. Just thought I'd jump on tonight and do a quick video. Obviously, a bit of a reaction to the weekend regarding the result up at Derby. Disappointed performance. There's been lots of speculation around Errol Bulut. Should he stay in his job? Shouldn't he stay in his job? Difficult one, really. If he was to go, I don't think there would be many people who would argue the case. And if he was to stay, I think there'd be probably some people who would be happy as well. But from personal experience, there was a lot of disgruntled fans up at Derby on Saturday, in the sense that there was changes to the team, but the way we played the game, there was no changes whatsoever in the way that we approached the game. There's been rumours come out in the press and things that some senior players have approached him to say that things are not working. So, if I'm completely honest, I'm quite surprised that he is still in the role. I've always been pro Bulut, to be honest. I think he done a good job with us last year. My only concern with Errol Bulut is that I don't think he has a plan B or a plan C. And what I mean by that is when things are not going well during a period during the game, he isn't able to change things around and make a difference. So that's, I kind of give him the benefit of the doubt the first year, whereby coming into a new league, different type of football. Thought he'd adapt to that and reflect during pre-season, and kind of come back into the new season and we'd see different things. But we haven't. Granted, we've had a difficult start, but I think every game is difficult in the Championship, and as an avid supporter, season ticket holder, and I travel away as much as I can, just fed up of watching this side-to-side football. We play the ball out from the back. It just doesn't seem to be working. It doesn't look as if we're capable of doing it. We've got the players to do it. But the frustrating thing for me is the fact that we have the ability. On paper, we got one of the strongest teams in the division, I believe. Without shadow of doubt, we've got a team that could finish in that top 8 on paper. But it's all good and well saying that, because at the moment, obviously, the performances are not coming. It looks for me that potentially he's lost the players, especially if the rumours are true that a couple of senior players have had to approach him this week to say that they don't agree with some of his tactics and the way they're trying to play. So, yes, interesting one. Obviously, massive game against Leeds now on Saturday. I was kind of expecting the club to have kind of made an announcement after the game Saturday that he might have been relieved of his duties, but they haven't. I think it was quite well documented that he didn't take training on Monday morning. So again, that's rung alarm bells, thinking, is he going to be still in the job come Monday afternoon? But as far as I'm aware at this current time, nothing's changed. Errol Bulut is still manager of Cardiff City, and until that changes, I'll fully support and back him and the players. So yeah, difficult week coming up. As I said, Leeds home on Saturday. For me, is all about one person on Saturday, and that's SOL BAMBA. Going back to Derby on Saturday, great minutes applause during the game. The travelling fans, nearing on 2,000, I think it was, regularly throughout the game was singing the SOL BAMBA song. And fair play to Derby. It was a great, applause they give him for the minute, and thoroughly deserved, because what a player he was for Cardiff City. Everything that we're missing now, if I'm completely honest with you. but I'll come on to that and talk a little bit more about SOL BAMBA in a minute. But I just did want to mention Friday night, they've got an evening at Cardiff City Stadium, evening for SOL, and all proceeds of that are going to SOL's charity. So something I can't attend on Friday. I'm not sure if the club have arranged like a bucket collection on the weekend. I think that's something that potentially should happen. But I'm not sure, again, if that's in place. But something, obviously I would like to contribute to if I can. So going back to talk about the great man, SOL BAMBA, he made his Cardiff City debut back in 2016, I think it was, against Bristol City. I believe he scored the winner as well. We won 2-1. He played over 100 times for Cardiff. I think he was a fan favourite. The way he played the game, the way he was. He always had a smile on his face. He played the game the way in which the game should be played, hard. No nonsense type of player. He wasn't afraid to put his body in with it hurt, or his head with it hurt, rather. And yeah, was a brilliant player for us. The 2017-18 season was probably his most successful season for Cardiff, if I'm completely honest. I think he played in every single league, every 46 league games, and he was involved in every single one. Obviously, we finished second that season, which obviously got us promoted to the Premier League. He was also voted in the Championship Team of the Year that season as well. So a great accolade to have, and none more so than obviously getting promoted to the Premier League. Like I said, scored some great goals for us over the years. Trying to think one of the best ones I've scored I can think of now at the moment. Off the top of my head, I can't think. And that's no disrespect to SOL, because as I said, he scored some brilliant goals for us. Some pearlers as well. Unfortunately, in the January 2021, he was diagnosed with his cancer scare. Missed the second part, pretty much most of the second part of that season. And I believe he came off the bench for the last minute of the last home game against Rotherham that season. And I believe that was the last time he played for Cardiff. Doing a little bit of research, he only found out that he was leaving Cardiff by a Twitter post, which, is for the type of bloke he was and what he represented. I felt that's a little bit, I don't know, lack of communication, really, in a sense. After leaving Cardiff, SOL went on to join Middlesbrough, linking up again then with Neil Warnock, who was obviously manager at Cardiff. And SOL, had a few games up in the northeast. SOL did come back to Cardiff under Sabri Lamucci back in 2023, and again a fan favourite. I still see the videos now and the tribute the club put out, whereby he was acknowledging fans after a game. With, again, just the smile on his face, and the things he used to do in the community around Cardiff was, just fantastic. And yeah, I just hope the fans turn up on Saturday in their numbers to honour the great man. I hope we can fill as many seats as possible at the Cardiff City Stadium on Saturday. Again, Leeds are coming to Cardiff, a former club. I believe he was captain of Leeds at one point as well. So no doubt they'll come wanting to pay their respects as well. So I'm hoping, obviously they're well appreciated then, shall we say, and that we can give him the honour and the respect that he deserves on Saturday. I think the only way we can do it is by putting bums on seats, getting as many fans through that gate as possible. And like I said, if there's a bucket collection that can be done, raising as much money we can for SOL BAMBA's charity, will be fantastic. So there'll be other things out now during the week on Cardiff City World for you all to have a look at. The Flower Hour is back on Wednesday evening, joined by Rhys David Evans, and also joined this week by Lewis Moore. Lewis is a season ticket holder up at Merthyr. Merthyr are obviously playing against our under-21s this evening in the Welsh Cup. So it'll be interesting to have a chat. Lewis is a former Cardiff City supporter. He used to go down and watch, but now he's switched alliances, shall we say, up to Merthyr. So it'll be good to have a catch up with Lewis. Have a chat a little bit about tonight's game, and also about Cardiff City, Merthyr, and obviously Wales as well. So a little bit of everything on the Flower Hour tomorrow night. So keep an eye out for that. Cardiff City World, please have a look at the YouTube channel, subscribe, share. ACEpodcastnation, plenty of content out on that. You can become a Patreon member of ACEpodcastnation for the price of a coffee a month. So please have a little look into it. It's going from strength to strength, especially Cardiff City World. Numbers are going up all the time. So again, just wanted to finish off by saying this week is all about SOL BAMBA. And let's just turn up in numbers on Saturday and give the great man the respect and honour his performances and his commitment to Cardiff City in years gone by. Rest in peace, Sol.